Yes, it was me. I can't believe you
Okay, so Rockstar's winding down its spooky festivities, and as we near the end of the month, I thought I'd put together a quick little tips and tricks guide for the Jack-o'-lantern event. If this is your first time seeing this event, or you're a little confused about what exactly the whole requirements and rules are for this event, then stay tuned. But first, I do want to take a little time and respond to some of the comments I received on my last video. I've said it before, but I really do appreciate all the comments and suggestions on ways we can improve the channel. So, just to preface all this, about a month ago, my wife was watching one of my videos, most recent videos actually, and she says to me, "Why did you put music in the video?" I'm like, there's always been music in my videos, like since day one. And then she goes, "Oh, well, I don't think you should do this." Okay. So I'm like, whatever, what does she know, right? I'm just going to continue what I'm doing. But lo and behold, and how's this for premonition? In my last video, I get a comment from Nighttime Paul 5209. And he says, my new favorite GTA YouTuber. Awesome. Thanks very much, Nighttime Paul. Then he goes on to say, yeah, I don't like the music. In fact, it makes me want to eat a C4 sandwich. Okay. Well, we don't want anyone eating bad sandwiches, especially when they're laced with C4. So I read this, and in my head, I'm going, my wife was right. So right away, I was thinking, how could I change things up? Until I received another comment literally from the same video. This one comes from @68EMU, and again, thank you very much for this. It says, "I love your content, don't change a thing, especially the music." So, yeah, I'm literally at a crossroads here. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do, but I have decided in the meantime, I'll just continue using the music, but as you're hearing here, I'll just lower the volume a little. Now, I'm assuming people are talking about the playthrough music and not the outro music. The outro comes after my videos are over, so if you're not too keen on that music, you can simply close the video sooner and you wouldn't be missing any content. So again, I appreciate all the comments, and I do try to continually improve this channel. It's just difficult, as you just saw, to make it a pleasing experience for everyone. Okay, back to this video and those pesky orange jack-o'-lantern pumpkin thingies. Those of you who don't know, the jack-o'-lanterns are a seasonal event that started way back in 2022, and they've returned every Halloween since. The premise is pretty simple. Collect as many pumpkins as you can and expect some rewards, bonuses, treats, and yes, even tricks. Alright, so here's the deal. There's a total of 200 jack-o'-lanterns scattered throughout the map. If you want an easy interactive map to locate each of the said jack-o'-lanterns, my recommendation is to head to GTAWeb.eu. I'll drop a link in the description below, and if you have this pulled up beside you while you're playing, you will have absolutely no problems whatsoever. Okay, so you're probably asking yourself, why should I collect any of these, and how many should I collect if I plan on collecting them? Well, let's cover the first question first. When you reach down to collect any of the 200 pumpkins, you will either get tricked or you will get a treat. It's completely random, and the treats will be one of the following. Number 1, money. It's not a lot, but expect to receive anything from $2,500 to $5,000. The increments will be multiples of $250. Number 2, reputation. If you get the reputation bonus, expect to receive 1,000 RP. Number 3, health and armor. The player's health and armor will be fully replenished. Number 4, snacks. This one's pretty straightforward, as the player gets rewarded with, well, snacks. And number 5, peyote. Here, the player will get the effects of a peyote hallucination, but unlike normal peyote plants, the effects for this will only last 2 minutes. And as for the tricks, again, these are completely random, but if you're unlucky and get one of these, you can expect the following. Number 1, shock. Again, pretty straightforward, but the player here will get tased. Number 2, the energy pulse. The player here is the target of an energy pulse. It's like getting hit by the up and atomizer. Number 3, stoned. The player becomes, well, stoned. Don't worry, the effects only last about 20 seconds. And finally, number 4, explosion. Now, this one's kind of a pain in the arse. As you can tell, it's kind of self-explanatory. You will end up dying after an explosion hits you, and expect a 2-second delay here just to make things even more confusing. And a couple things I want to add here about the explosion. If you're planning on collecting jack-o'-lanterns this week, I would highly recommend parking your mode of transportation a decent distance away from the actual pumpkin. The only thing worse than dying from an exploding piece of fruit is having your vehicle of choice get obliterated in the process. The second thing I want to add here is that you can avoid getting blown up by the pumpkins by simply going into passive mode. If you're in passive mode, you will not die. However, you'll still incur what would be normal fall damage during this process. And one last comment about the tricks and or treats. The one huge pain in the butt for some of these, and I'm talking specifically about the peyote and the explosion, once you get either of these, and if you're not in passive mode for the explosion, you will end up fast traveling to the nearest hospital, which can make things a little frustrating if you're trying to follow a certain path for collecting all these pumpkins. Just keep this in mind and keep good notes as you go. Okay, let's cover the second question now. How many of these little orange lanterns should I be collecting? Well, you can collect as many as you want, but there's 2 magic numbers here, 10 and the whole 200. If you at least collect 10 pumpkins this week, Rockstar will reward you with $50,000 and the horror pumpkin mask. Although, side note, if you read the official newswire on Rockstar's website this week, there's absolutely no mention of jack-o'-lanterns anywhere. So, outside the money, don't take my word for any additional bonuses. And as for the 200, if you're up for the challenge and want to collect all 200 of these lanterns, Rockstar will reward you with the pumpkin t-shirt and an additional $50,000. But here's the catch. You need to collect all 200 pumpkins within a real-time day, i.e. 24 hours. Although not entirely difficult, if you find the need to continue without this event being reset, here's what you do. Simply ensure you're logged in and in a session when the daily events are reset. This would be 6 a.m. UTC, or Coordinated Universal Time. Just check your local time zone for the equivalent. If you do this, the event will not be reset and you can allow yourself more time to collect the lanterns. Alright, so that's it, my friend. Thank you for watching. As always, if you like this video and want to help out, please subscribe, give a thumbs up, and let me know what you think. I myself will only be going after the 10 pumpkins for the bonuses, and then the odd one here and there just for fun. 200 is just a wee bit too many for me. But how about you? Are there any of you out there going after the full 200 this week? If so, drop a comment below and let everyone know. Until next time, be happy, be well, be safe, be my TV.